Imagine you're walking into the Apple store. Your phone still works. Battery's tired, screen's cracked, but it's usable. You were just looking. Then they hand you the new one. Titanium, cold, heavy, perfect. That subtle lift in your chest hits. I deserve this. For work, productivity, camera. You swipe $1,200 and walk out floating. 48 hours later, that 1,200 quietly became 1,600. New case, MagSafe, AirPods. You didn't feel reckless. You felt logical. That's the nightmare. This isn't about phones. This is a trap that's silently upgrading your entire life into poverty. I'm Greg. Stick around. We're exposing the Diderot Effect that's draining your bank account. And so you walk out floating, successful, clean, upgraded. Then you sit in your car. You look down, and suddenly your old charging cable looks embarrassing, bent, yellowed, sad. It feels illegal to plug that cable into this phone. So you buy the MagSafe, $40. Then you get home, set the phone down, your plastic case looks wrong. Contrast, high-definition contrast. You need the leather case, $60. Then you realize your wired headphones don't fit. You sigh. AirPods Pro, $250. 48 hours. That 1,200 quietly became 1,600. And here's the thing. You didn't feel reckless. You felt logical. That's the nightmare. Because this isn't about phones. This is about gravity. This isn't bad luck. It's a trap, a math trap. People say, I'm just bad with money. No, you're reacting to invisible equations. My name is Greg, and let's just say I spend way too much time looking at both the 2D and the 3D math and the invisible equations behind your bank account. If you're tired of playing a game where the rules are hidden from you, smash that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. We're about to put some neon ink on this problem. Now let me anchor this. Real story, documented. A French philosopher, Denis Diderot. Brilliant, poor, content. He lived simply. Old desk, old rug, old robe. Then a Russian empress bought his library. Huge money, life-changing. He bought one thing, a scarlet robe. Beautiful, luxurious, high status. And the second he wore it, everything else in his life looked wrong. The desk offended the robe, so he replaced it. The rug insulted the desk, so it went. The curtains embarrassed the room. Out. Chair. Gone. Painting. Mirror. Furniture. Piece by piece, his whole life upgraded itself around one item. Then the money was gone. He later wrote, I was master of my old robe. I became slave to my new one. That's not philosophy. That's accounting. This is called the Diderot Effect. In simple words, that just means one upgrade pulls others behind it like a wrecking ball. Now here's the dangerous part. This effect is stronger today because marketing is precision-guided. Companies don't sell products. They sell identity coherence. Identity. In simple words, that means the story you tell yourself about who you are. When you buy a high-status item, you change the outline of that story, and everything else must match. That phone isn't a phone. It's an anchor. Anchor, in simple words, that means the heaviest object setting the gravity for everything else. Once the anchor drops, the rest of your life reorients. Shoes, car, vacations, restaurants. This is why lottery winners go broke. Federal Reserve data shows a huge percentage lose it all, not because they're dumb, because identity whiplash is expensive. Fast money, slow habits, high contrast. Now, let's hit the brutal 3D math. That $1,600 phone setup, put it on a credit card. Credit card APR. In simple words, that means legal loan shark math. Right now, averages sit north of 20% per Federal Reserve data. Pay minimums? That $1,600 quietly becomes over $2,000. That extra money bought nothing. No joy, no utility, just time. Time for the bank. Meanwhile, if that same money sat in an index fund, Index fund, in simple words, that means owning tiny pieces of everything instead of betting on one thing. Vanguard shows long-term averages near 10%. Same math, different side of the board. Borrowers compound against themselves. Owners compound forward. Now you might be thinking, Greg, I won't go crazy like that. Here's what most people don't realize. The chain reaction cost is invisible. You never price the system, you price the item. Kitchen renovation? 10 grand cabinets? But then the fridge looks ugly. Then the floor looks cheap. Then the living room looks dated. 10 becomes 35. Car upgrade? Now insurance jumps, gas jumps, maintenance jumps. Gym equipment? Now clothes, shoes, supplements. The anchor item sets a new baseline. Baseline, in simple words, that means the minimum standard your brain now demands. And once that baseline rises, it never politely goes back down. This is why upgrades often reduce freedom. Old couch, you live on it. New white couch, you guard it. No red wine, no dogs, no friends. You're not the owner, you're the curator. So how do you fight this? You don't become a monk, you become strategic. Anti-system moves. First move, predict the pull. Before any upgrade, ask one question. What else will this demand? Write it down. Accessories, maintenance, lifestyle. If the full system cost scares you, the item is lying to you. Second move, the visible downgrade. This is powerful and uncomfortable. Drive a slightly worse car than you can afford. Wear simple gear. Why? Low anchors create freedom. If your anchor is humble, nothing else has to impress anyone. Third move, build assets before aesthetics. Asset, in simple words, that means something that pays you instead of posing for photos. Dividends, in simple words, that means companies sending you rent checks for owning them. Skills, ownership, because assets don't demand matching upgrades, they just bounce. This is how rich people look boring and feel free. The system wants you shiny, distracted, upgrading sideways. Wealth is depth, not gloss. It's insulation, not applause. If you're still listening, you see the pattern. Stop running on the treadmill. Start building the board. You don't need fewer desires. You need fewer anchors. Sit with that. Let it settle. You're ahead if you noticed.